How cool.
I had to. I couldn't find a quiet spot in my house. My kids, they follow me around the house. So I got in the car like 9:45, like sped over here. Like this is the best spot right here.
That is the reality for most working moms. I feel like we just can't get a break. So it's like we're balancing a lot right now.
Yep. It's a lot.
Okay. So you are here. And for anyone who doesn't know who Mimi Benz is, I'm going to quickly just share the 411. She, is very experienced in managing fitness studios, but it's really cool that she's the visionary behind the indoor cycling studio Sweat Cycle. It is the first ever heated cycling studio, which I've personally enjoyed visiting and going to. And, I'm so grateful for your support of Pretty Girl Sweat and how you see our, mission to be important to end childhood obesity and giving us, an open invitation into your studio to kind of get our donors to, invest in what we got going on here. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I love what you guys do. I believe in it wholeheartedly.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's share with everyone your backstory. Like, how did you come up with this idea of adding infrared heat and cycling and saying, let's put these two things together?
Yeah, so my my very first spin class I took in 1996. So this is, I've been spinning a very long time. But it wasn't until I had my first baby that I kind of struggled with, dropping those last 10 pounds. And spinning for me wasn't just cutting it. So I was delving into other methodologies and I got into hot yoga. So that actually really helped me drop those final 10 pounds that I was really struggling with. So I got addicted to like hot workouts shortly after having my first baby. But I still took spin classes because it's just something I'm addicted to. And by chance, the gym that I was riding in, their HVAC system was broken and they had a hot room. And everyone in the room was complaining, like, turn on the fans. And I was there secretly loving every minute. And that was my light bulb moment, like, heat and spin, why not? Like, so I took the idea to my husband and he, of course, was like, people are going to think we're insane. But I love it because he's a triathlete and he likes high intensity workouts and everything. So it was really just one of those things where it's like, I have to believe that there's people out there like me that would dig this. Yeah. But it was a scary, idea at the time. Nobody was doing it. And, now we've got all kinds of heated workouts, heated bar, heated Pilates. Mm-hmm. So now I think people are finally understanding the benefits of heat. But at the time, like, it was kind of, people were like, what are you doing? But here we are.
Exactly. I'm not even going to lie. The first time I heard about it, I was like, listen, I'm going to try this. But I'm nervous. Like, I am nervous. And so many things, like, went through my head. I was like, am I going to survive? Like, am I going to pass out? There were so many things. And what I will say about my very first experience, the nerves were there. I got on the bike. Yeah. And, the music was pumping and I was going, got through the first two songs. And I was like, okay, all right, I can do this.
Got this.
Then I took off my shirt because I was like, okay, it's getting hot in here. Yeah. But every moment was almost a bit spiritual in a way. I mean, there were moments where like a burst of air would hit me and I would be so grateful for that air that it was like, not that I was like feeling like, okay, I'm losing it in here. It was just everything. I appreciated so much about anything. A sip of water, like it was amazing. And then when I got out, I was just like, wow, I can't believe I just freaking did that. Like it was the best feeling ever.
Yeah, the heat definitely, there's a mental component to it that I think is very powerful. And a lot of people like just don't realize that that's what they're going to be faced with. There's the whole physical component that people are like, yeah, that's going to be grueling. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. But the mental part is really like, that's what's next level about it. Because it brings up a lot of things that people are working on in class. And the way we train our instructors too, it's like they really guide everyone through the session. So it can be whatever it is you're searching for. And so a lot of people end up walking out of there a little shook, like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It's powerful stuff. So yeah.
It is. Okay. So why the fitness industry? I mean, growing up, is this something you always wanted to be a part of?
Yeah. I mean, I've been working out since I was 14. Fitness has always anchored me. And it's been something that I've sort of turned to as a young adult to kind of help me cope with stressful times. And I think that that really feeds into the feeling of our studios in general. I think it kind of starts from that place of utilizing fitness as a, you know, a way to stay healthy, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And then I essentially worked at fitness studios to put myself through school, but also just secretly wanting to just work out for free, right? So,
Yeah.
hey, I get to work here, make some money, but then I also can take advantage of the free classes because I'm a fitness freak. So that's how it's always been a part of my life since a young adult. I met my husband at a cycling studio. You know, if you trace my history, fitness is always in the background. So I've come by it humbly and authentically. So yeah, it's just very much who I am and a big part of my life to this day.
Totally. So how many
Yeah.
studios do you have?
I have 3.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
obviously now, you know, people who own fitness studios are definitely going through a transition now, trying to figure out how to make this
Yeah.
work as we all stay at home. So what are your advice to people out there who are dealing with this?
Wow. You know, man, I think the fact that I'm a mom has really helped me in this process because when you're a mom, you don't mess around when it comes to your kids, you know? And my studios always think of them as my children.
Yeah.
So the moment this went down, I just went to strategy right away and like survival mode.
Yeah.
What can I do to take care of my babies? And so a lot of people are like, wow, I'm so blown away by how quickly you know, turn things around and you launch this on-demand platform. Because to me, it's like, I can't let anything bad happen to my babies. So that's my mom mode. My mom instincts just turned right on. But I think what I'm watching happen out there around me with other fitness studios is think long-term strategy. Don't think short-term. Think about the decisions you're making right now. Think about how they're going to impact your business long-term. A lot of people are scrambling and making decisions based on short-term thinking. And I think there's going to be a lot of backlash because of that. And it's going to impact your business in a way down the line that you might not foresee right now. So I always think like that, like long term. How is this going to impact my business long term? These decisions that I'm making right now. And I know it's really hard because we're scrambling and we're panicking and we're rushing to come up with solutions. But I always like to take a step back and take a moment to breathe and, you know, really think about long term solutions, not just short term.
Are there any short-term solutions that people are, you know, putting into play that you don't feel are the best moves right now?
I'm like kind of hesitant to say because I don't want to feel like I'm judging, you know what I mean? But like, I'll give you an example, and I'm just gonna put out there like I love everybody, okay? I love everyone, all the cycling studios. Like, I know it's a competitive industry, but I think there's enough to go around, you know what I mean? And everybody does their own thing so differently. There shouldn't be a competition. But the bike rental thing, like to me, that was short-term thinking, you know, like rushing to like get your bikes. Those are your assets. That's your property. How are you going to track damage? What about the liability? You know, what if you want to collect your bikes again and they are MIA? You know, like what if you can't collect money on the rental? Like, because a lot of people immediately were like, are you going to rent your bikes? And it was like a wave because everyone was doing it. And we just decided not to just because of those reasons. And I felt like that was more short-term thinking. Like, how can I get some quick cash right now? But weeks and weeks down the line, what about all these other things that might come up, right? And then suddenly I'm short several bikes on my floor that I need to operate. So that's an example. But all the online streaming stuff, to me, brilliant. The fitness community really got on that real quick. And that's, it's been helping people a lot, you know, because people are cooped up at home, and a lot of people utilize their studios as a way to kind of get out and work on their mental crap. And this is a really trying time. So the fact that they're offering things online for their community and is amazing.
Have you also tapped into any like resources through like any small business orgs to help out? Like,
Well, I'm like on the internet online all day trying to find grants, loans, you know, any kind of like aid or relief. for our type of business. So I think I applied for the SBA thing the first day it launched. Like I'm just like constantly searching. And so far, we've been, I think, lucky enough to get some of those resources to come through for us. But I think that it's like you have to be the first one in line. You know what I mean? So you got to be on top of it. Otherwise, they get bombarded. There's so many applications coming through. And I think the fact that I was there first in line, first thing, as soon as it launched, applied the first day, here I am, I'm, getting those funds in now. So I think staying on top of it, going online every day, researching, seeing what grants have launched in your city, in your area. Start with your city, then go to state, then go to Fed. There's a lot of organizations out there that are helping women-owned businesses, providing them with either interest-free loans or grants, just free money. So there's a lot of stuff out there. You just have to find it, And so whenever I come across stuff like that too, I like to share it. Do you sleep? I'm like, no, I don't. But
Exactly.
And he's like, oh my God, it's amazing. Thank you.
Well, y'all make sure you follow at Miss Mimi Benz so you can get some of those tips if you're looking for any of them, because it's good to have a place to go to get some direct answers.
Yeah. I try to be helpful.
Yes. All right. So how are you balancing your self-care during the pandemic? I know your mom, you're a business owner. What are you doing to stay sane?
This is where I really fall short. This is tough for me. And I hit a wall last Friday where I was like, I don't know if I can cook another goddamn meal. I don't know if I can clean this house anymore. I've organized every closet. My children are bored. I've blown up bounce houses in my house, in my living room. I've built every fort possible. I even pitched a tent, like a real tent in my living room. I'm running out of ideas. So I hit a wall Friday. I'm not kidding. This is the first day in a while I've actually fixed my hair and put a little bit of makeup on because I'm just burnt out. It's a different kind of burnout, right?
Yeah.
As a mom and with homeschooling, and you're around your kids and husband all day, every minute of the day, and your escape is do I want to go to the grocery store today? The gloves and mask and the lawn.
No, you go in the car in the garage, or you just go for a quick little drive and just by yourself. You just park and just listen to music and just whew.
I come here
Smart.
And whenever I really need to just get away, I come here. I'll maybe ride, I've been working out and stuff, and that helps. But it's a challenging time, especially for parents. I think the thing that a lot of people really struggle with is not knowing when it's really going to end.
Yeah.
The dates keep changing. I think that's what I keep hearing from people is just the not knowing how long or when my life is going to go back to normal is what really messes with people's heads.
Yeah.
And I
will
feel
it
that
really ever be back to normal? I feel like people are going to be afraid to go out into large crowds, even when they tell us to go out.
Yeah. My husband was just talking about that. He's like, brace yourself for when we're actually able to reopen. Are people really going to start coming back, because there's going to probably be a percentage of people that don't feel safe yet. And, I get it. I think there's going to be a little bit of post-traumatic stress from this period of time. The impact has yet to be seen fully. So yeah, just one day at a time. That's what I keep telling myself. Just take it one day at a time, come up with your own strategies. I know when I hit yesterday, I was in a mood. I was like, I'm gonna kill somebody today. One of those moods. And so I dropped everything I was doing. And I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And my husband was like, go take a nap with our 3-year-old, just do it. And it helped. 30 minutes or whatever for me, and it took the edge off. So just come up with strategies, yourself, okay, I know when I get to this place, I gotta do something. Because if I don't, then it's just gonna escalate and get crazy.
Absolutely.
So, one day at a time.
Totally. And I feel like people are trying to be really productive during this time, which, I'm doing that too. But then there's some days where I'm like, listen, don't put 6 things on the to-do list. Do 2 and just chill.
Yeah.
You gotta do it sometimes.
Yeah, because you think, okay, I have all this downtime now, right? So I can tackle these things that have been on my to-do list for a while. But it's just a different, overwhelming feeling. It's hard to explain. It's almost like it gets coupled with the emotional stuff that's going on, about the anxiety of where we're at in the country, and it just starts to feel like too much. And I think that we all just need to relax and take advantage of the fact that we actually have some time and space to just kind of breathe, right? Because we just are so used to operating at 100% all the time. I mean, this country doesn't know how to relax, right?
Yeah.
We don't vacation well. It's like even maternity leave's a joke, right? If you compare it to like other countries in the world, how much time they take to really just settle in to changes in their family structure, and they vacation for like a month, right? August is Europe is shut down.
Yeah.
Like they know how to like enjoy their lives. The quality of life is just so much better. And over here, we're just like workhorses. Go, 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 do, burnout. And it's like we almost feel a sense of pride if we talk about how little sleep we get, right? It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's nuts. Yeah.
We need to relax. Yeah. And so I'm really trying to kind of like take advantage of that right now.
Okay. Well, right. Everyone out there, if you have any questions for Mimi, whether it's regarding opening up a fitness studio or, any questions in general, please leave them in the comments section. But until I see your questions, I have some questions for you, some fun ones. Let's start off with, if you were a TV character, which TV character would you be?
So I don't watch TV because I have young children, and so I know like PJ Masks characters and like the Disney characters. So when you sent me that question, I was like, I have to really think about this. I guess I'll just go with Arya Stark from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
I know she's like unassuming badass. You know what I mean? Like she nonconformist. So I really connect with that.
I like that one. I like that one. Okay, so you're, the founder of Sweat Cycle, so you sweat a lot. So what deodorant brand, can you rely on?
I love that you're asking me this because my cousin just launched a company, Corpus Naturals.
Okay.
The best natural deodorant. And I'm not just saying that because he's like my family, but I've tried every natural deodorant where it got to the point where I'm like, why do I even bother? Like, I'm just not, either I'm going to smell or I'm going to use the toxic stuff. Yeah. This stuff is amazing. It doesn't stain. Because a lot of the natural deodorants would stain my shirts.
Yes.
And after a while, I was like, it's not doing anything. It's like my body is like recognizing, oh, natural deodorant, you're not going to work now, right? So his stuff is just amazing. Corpus Naturals is the best. I mean, people kind of scoff at the price, but it really lasts forever. I think I've had it now 6 months. It's still like halfway full, and I use it every day. So
where can people get it? Yeah, please. That would be awesome. Where can people get it? Asking again for the name.
Corpusnaturals.com. It's CORPUS naturals.com. You can also go to their Instagram page or on Instagram. I'll send you some. I'll send you 3 of my favorite scents. They're so good. Yeah.
Okay. And thank you at True Toy Vaughn for putting that in there. You rock. She put the name in there for anyone else to know.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. And my next question for you is just what's like the best investment you've made in yourself over the years?
I think investing in people is actually, it's come back to me. So when you invest in people, it's not just money, but in people, like in energy, in believing in them, supporting them, lifting them up, helping them get to where they need to go or where their aspirations might be. Investing in people has really is the best investment I've made for myself because it's given back to me. So I've been able to build this incredible business because the people that I invest in, I pour 100% into them and it comes back. So that's what I believe in anyway.
And when you hear the keywords Pretty Girl Sweat, what does it make you feel, or what do you think when you hear those words?
Well, sweat to me is such a powerful word. It represents so much for me. It represents transformation. It represents empowerment. It represents self-improvement. It's a very humble word because it's like you can only really change who you are or what you want to do with your life if you are humble and if you are vulnerable. And I think, when I think of sweat, I think of all those things. Pretty Girl Sweat, I mean, women need to support each other. Women need to empower one another. Unfortunately, we live in a culture and society that pegs women against each other and creates this competitive landscape that's just not necessary. We need to really back each other up and lift each other up. So when I think of Pretty Girl Sweat, I think of, you know, embracing the fact that we are women, you know, we are feminine, we are who we are, but, you know, we need to support each other through one another's transformations and back each other up through and through, no matter what. That's what I think of. And I think of you, the amazing woman behind it. You're incredible.
Thank you. You know how I feel about you. I'm always talking about like, Mimi, you're like my friend in my head, but like,
I know, and it really is. We need to like meet each other in real life. But I feel like I know you already, you know.
Same.
And I'm rocking your hoodie, by the way.
You know, it's so funny. I was thinking that I was gonna wear that today so we could be twinsies, but I was like, dang, I missed it. I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna wear it or not.
I was like, I have to. I love it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Awesome.
I love it. It's oversized, like you knew. I'm
telling you, it's the perfect quarantine like thing.
Yeah.
Just feel cozy in it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next for Sweat Cycle?
So right now, we're putting a lot of focus on our on-demand streaming platform, but we are launching this new thing called Beyond the Hot Room. So basically, it's a website that lives within our existing website, and it's we're going to be selling health and wellness products. Corpus Naturals, the deodorant will be on there. We have protein powders. We have like charcoal toothpaste, like basically products that I believe in that help with the detox process that occurs like in our classes. Body scrubs, masks, detox masks, like all of that stuff, that's coming. We've been working on that. And I've been kind of like going back and forth about whether now's the time, you know, to launch it. But I think it makes sense to do it this now because people are at home and, you know what I mean? It's not like we need to keep moving. We got to keep doing what we need to do to stay healthy. And all of these products basically encourage that, you know. They're all clean. It's basically everything I believe in about like health and wellness and beauty. And we'll have like a blog section that talks about like we're doing one on dry scrubbing for the skin. Okay. So for lymphatic drainage and circulation and all that stuff. So it's just stuff that I'm kind of obsessed with, and that really feeds into what we do here already, but extends outside of the hot room. Hence the name Beyond the Hot Room. I love that so much. Please keep us posted on that so we can share. I got to send you a little goodie box with stuff that I have. Yeah, I've got like some really cool cold rollers from France. Do you cold roll? I never have done that, but I've always wanted to. So I'm like, all right, I'm sending you some. I'm going to send you some stuff. Yeah, we've got some really good stuff in there. It's going to be like Christmas came early. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, of course, of course. I really enjoyed every minute with you on this live. Yes, thank you for having me. Of course, my pleasure. If anyone missed it, we're going to record it and put it back out there so people can see it. But, you know, I'm sending all my prayers to you and your family. I want you all to stay healthy and safe at this time. And, you know, can't wait to see you in real life. Yes, in real life. In Atlanta. We're back open and working and sweating in real life. Yeah. Exactly, because the goal is for you all to be at Pretty Girl Sweat Fest. Yeah. With the bikes, cycling, and getting people out. Yeah. It's going to happen. Yes. They can't push this till September. I just can't. I mean, please. No. No, I didn't say it. It's going to happen. It's happening. All right. Thank you so much for having me. My pleasure. Send questions my way. Love you guys. Bye. Stay safe. Bye. Stay safe.